We're out here. It is the 1st of July today, Saturday the 1st of July, and we're out here having another look at, a final look for the year, at my Saskatoon, also known as the Juneberry. We can just see that it's still got quite a few berries on it. I'm going to strip it clean now because they are all ripe and ready. We have two other bushes here and I've actually taken the netting off now and we stripped them clean. There are no more berries on those little guys. They're very small. Take a few more years to get nice and big, but I think they're very happy to be rid of their netting. So let's go and strip this guy and then get all the berries off. He looks a little bit sorry for himself after being covered with all that netting, but look at all these juicy berries. They look amazing. I'll just pick them all because you can pick them when they're red or blue. So they're all ready to be picked pretty much now. Which is perfect because we're just coming to the end of June now, so they're right on time. They're such beautiful, delicious berries. I'll just get them all picked. I've left a few of the really red ones here for the birds. I think they'll be really thankful. They were so upset when I covered it with a net earlier. But that's it for this year. Later on we'll have some really beautiful autumn colours as the leaves turn. But that was the fruit this year. And now on to the blueberries. And here are the blueberries. They're actually right next to my finger lime, which has got really big finger limes on it now. Look how big some of the fruits are getting. Look at this. My hands are all stained, but look at this big finger lime here. It's gorgeous, isn't he? And right next to him we got the blueberries. It's a bit of a shame really to have to net them because the bushes are so beautiful without all this white stuff on top of them, but it's the only way to be sure to get any berries at all, because before I started doing this we'd get like maybe a handful from each bush, and at the moment we get kilos of it because they're such big berries each one and there's so many of them in there. It's really hard to show you, but they are really full of beautiful, beautiful berries in there. So delicious. And I've really been sure to use very, very neat, tight meshing so that little birds, if they do settle on the nets, they won't get their delicate feet or legs caught because it can actually cause really bad damage. They can break their legs in there. And there are also little insects that still find their way in there. Look at that. So it's not that secure. There are little holes here and there. That's a little fruit fly or some kind of waspy thing, but yeah. We have some new little plants that are not netted because they had no flowers this year. They're just from last year. And then these guys we've had for years and years, maybe 10 years. They just keep on growing and they keep on producing the most enormous berries. They take quite a while to actually ripen, and I've actually covered these up before I covered up the Saskatoons, would you believe it? But they're just starting to turn blue now. So I'll just open up one of these. I've actually had to sort of, they're so big that, see this branch here, it sticks out from this pot here, and I've had to just like net some of it. It's so enormous, but it's really hard to find the right kind of netting. But again, there are big berries down there. So let me just open up one of these and get a berry out. I can just stick my whole hand into this hole here. And I'll get this berry over here. Look at this. You just see that blueberry. I mean, you can see the similarity there, can't you? It's exciting and interesting. The blueberries are bigger, but it's also because this year the Saskatoons are smaller than they were last year. I think because we didn't have enough rain, and as my blueberries are in pots because my soil isn't acidic enough, I need to keep them in pots. I do water them more because they can dry out faster. So they get more water probably than the in-ground Saskatoons, or Juneberries as they're also known as. But yeah, these blueberries just tend to be extra enormous. And of course, fresh blueberries just taste amazing. So let me just see if I can get a few more so we can really compare them to the Saskatoons. Let's have one from over here. Here we go. I can find another little hole here. I need to wash my hands, get all the redness off. Here we go. There's another one that's ripe. Look at this. Look how big they are. Yum. Enormous. So again, that is one big blueberry. They are so big. And there's so many of them, so really exciting. The funny thing is, blueberries are really well known for being super berries. They're packed with nutrients. But actually, I've seen reports that Saskatoons have even more nutritional value than blueberries. But I do love having both of them here. And it's so nice that as the Juneberries or Saskatoons are over, we can have some beautiful blueberries to look forward to. And I like keeping them netted because before I did, the birds would really come and munch their way through the berries before they ripen. As you can see, they ripen at different times. So you get some that are completely ripe and other ones that aren't. And actually the birds were cheekily enough picking off bunches of blueberries. There's one I didn't wrap up and the birds haven't seen it yet. But they were just picking off bunches of unripe berries, which was just like pointless. So covering them up means I can dip in and out of these nets when I see ripe berries and pick them and then leave the others to ripen. These lovely things. There they are. So yeah. So yummy. Look forward to blueberry days now.